Albert Einstein was born on March 14, 1879 in Ulm, German Empire, in an Ashkenazi Jewish family. Albert Einstein's family moved to Munich in the summer of 1880, and he spent the first years of his life in Munich. In Munich, his father Hermann Einstein and uncle Jakob founded an electrical company. His mother Pauline Einstein was a talented pianist, and when Albert was 2.5 years old, his sister Maya was born. Before he started school, he had speech difficulties, and his parents were worried and took him to the doctor. When he was 4 or 5 years old and sick in bed, his father gave him a magnetic compass to cheer him up. At that age, he found the movement of the compass needle quite mysterious, and it aroused great curiosity in him. Hermann and Pauline Einstein were a Jewish couple, but they were not religious. When Einstein was 5 years old, they enrolled him in a Catholic Christian elementary school near their home, which they thought offered a better education. After Einstein started school, he began to be disturbed by the strict discipline and rote learning. But despite his discontent with the school, he was getting high grades. At the age of 9, Einstein left the Catholic primary school and began studying at the Luitpold Gymnasium, which placed great emphasis on ancient Greek and Latin. The curriculum also included modern languages, geography, literature, and mathematics. Einstein loved the sharp logic of Latin and mathematics and got the highest grades in these subjects. The gymnasium had a much stricter discipline than the primary school. Here, Einstein was in constant conflict with the authoritarian teachers who disliked Einstein's independent, rebellious personality. Meanwhile, in the following years, Einstein's father and uncle's company went bankrupt in 1894 after 14 years. The two families wanted to go to Italy together and try their luck there. The family decided that Albert would stay in Munich and finish his schooling at the gymnasium. Einstein was 15 years old at the time and still 3 years away from finishing high school. After 6 months alone in Munich, Einstein became depressed and nervous. He persuaded his family doctor to give him a medical certificate, stating that he needed to be with his family because of his nervous problems. Einstein left the gymnasium without informing his family and went to live with his parents in Italy. Although Einstein was technically a high school dropout when he arrived in Italy, he had no intention of abandoning his education. He promised his family that he would study alone to enter the Federal Polytechnic School in Zurich, Switzerland. The Polytechnic did not require a high school diploma for admission. All Einstein had to do was pass the admission exams. Life in Italy was quite comfortable for Einstein. He combined studying with traveling around Italy, visiting many museums and art galleries. Einstein disliked Germany's militarism and strict discipline and did not want to do compulsory military service. He told his father that he wanted to renounce his German citizenship and become a Swiss citizen. With some hesitation, his father agreed and signed the necessary papers. On January 28, 1896, Einstein received the official papers removing him from German citizenship, but he did not receive Swiss citizenship until 1901. For 5 years, Einstein was stateless. In October 1895, Einstein traveled to Zurich and took the admission exam at the Polytechnic. To take the exam, one had to be over the age of 18, and he had received special permission to enter at the age of 16. Einstein followed his father's advice and applied to the engineering department. The director of the Polytechnic saw Einstein's potential and advised him to take a diploma at a Swiss high school and then reapply. Einstein's parents accepted the Polytechnic's suggestion and sent Einstein to a high school in Aarau, Switzerland. These were perhaps the best years of Einstein's youth. Located in a village 30 kilometers from Zurich, the high school was ideal for Einstein. It was led by Jost Winterler, a respected, open-minded teacher. The school had a relaxed atmosphere and encouraged students to think independently. This approach suited Einstein's personality. In 1896, he passed the final exams at the Aarau School with high grades. Einstein graduated and was admitted to the Polytechnic, despite being 6 months under the required age. Together with Einstein, about 1,000 new students began their studies at the Polytechnic that year. Most of the students joined engineering schools, but Einstein chose physics. The physics department was in a large modern building and had very good equipment. The faculty was world-class. Famous mathematicians like Adolf Hurwitz and Hermann Minkowski were among Einstein's professors. In 1900, Einstein graduated from the university with a degree in physics. He wanted to get an assistant position at the university, but was unable to do so. The father of an old classmate found him a job as an assistant inspector in a patent office in Bern, where he examined patent applications for electromagnetic devices. In 1909, he left the patent office and became a professor of theoretical physics at the University of Zurich. In 1911, he calculated that, according to the new general theory of relativity, the light of another star would be refracted by the sun. This prediction was later confirmed by Arthur Stanley Eddington's observation of a solar eclipse in 1919. The international media coverage of this event made Einstein world famous. In 1921, Einstein was awarded the Nobel Prize in Physics. Since relativity was still considered controversial at the time, the prize was awarded for his explanation of the photoelectric effect. In 1925, he received another prize from the Royal Society. While visiting American universities in April 1933, Einstein learned that the German government had banned Jews from all official positions at universities, including teaching. A month later, the Nazis began book-burning campaigns, and Einstein's works were among those burned. On this trip, Einstein said he would never return to Germany. When he returned to Europe in March 1933, he stayed in Belgium for a few months and then temporarily moved to England. That same year, he decided to emigrate to the United States. He took a position at the Institute for Advanced Study in Princeton, New Jersey, where he remained until his death in 1955. Here he tried to develop his own unified field theory and to refute the accepted interpretations of quantum physics. But both of these attempts failed. On April 18, 1955, Albert Einstein suffered internal bleeding. He was drafting a television address for the 7th anniversary of the founding of Israel, but died before he could finish it. Einstein refused surgery, saying, "I want to go when I want to go. It is unpleasant to prolong life artificially. I have done my share. Now it is time to go, and I want to do it gracefully." At the age of 76, he died at Princeton Hospital at 1:55 a.m. Albert Einstein, who considered one of the greatest physicists of all time, Albert Einstein is best known for developing the theory of relativity. He also contributed significantly to the development of quantum mechanics. The mass-energy equivalence formula E, MC2, which he discovered and which broke a new ground in the world of science, has been called the world's most famous equation. He was awarded the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1921 for his contributions to physics and mathematics and for his discovery of the law of the photoelectric effect. In 1999, Time magazine named him the most important person of the century.